And we didn't even know nothing about it.
How you know that?
The internet. Somebody Googled it. It was public information because they dropped it. I think they dropped it today. I don't know, Tasha. No, I didn't want to mention it to her right away. But yeah, I was on here arguing with this dude right now. Somebody his whole family know and keeping it secret. So some shit going on. Like, don't make sense. That's weird.
No, what you know what's really weird? Durk. Durk.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Hold on.
All that.
Wait. I'm gonna laugh.
So this stuff is crazy. This stuff is absolutely crazy. King Von was set up for a fact. We're seeing it play out now. So Little Tim charges has been dropped. And they are saying that there is no more investigation. The case has been dropped completely. They cannot prove that Little Tim Bullet is the one that caused the fatal shot. And it's interesting. In the last video that I posted, King Von's god sister, she said that Little Tim probably don't even have nothing on his record, and that would make sense when it comes to the setup. Getting someone who don't have nothing on their record, even if you do go down for it, that would be small timeline. So it's mad. It is mad how everything played out. It's just so weird. So much people lost their lives in a situation. They've just closed the case, and I mean, they can really drop it because, you know, they were all in a gang. It was a shootout and everything. Like, they can just drop it. So the case is actually done. They said that Little Tim did not do it. Regardless to what we saw on camera, they are saying that Little Tim, they cannot prove that he was a fatal shot and this stuff. So it's interesting. What I've noticed as well, right? All these different cases that are popping up, that's going viral, that's being sensationalized, and nothing happens in the end. All these people either get away with the situation, or they bring it down to a self-defense, or it's like still an ongoing investigation, and it's all on the low. It's odd. It's so weird. It's definitely an agenda they're pushing and stuff, and the people that it's happening to, the people that are on top of the list, make it make sense. What is really going on? And when you look at these cases, they all got similar stuff, like the self-defense situation. When you think about the stories that are not put out there, that have not went viral, that people don't know about, there is still people sitting inside their full self-defense cases and different things that they haven't even done. Like YNW Melly mom actually spoke on this, and she was like, meantime, they're trying to get YNW Melly inside there. They won't let him out. What is going on? She probably felt like they had more evidence in the Little Tim case of Little Tim actually doing it than YNW Melly. Something is interesting about these viral cases. Something is weird about it. They really want us to believe that Little Tim is not responsible for what happened to King Von that night, based on him not even dying on camera, all this stuff, right? So they really set up King Von. They really sacrificed King Von. This is crazy. And now people are like, Lil Durk is the real mastermind behind this and all of it, right? And when you think about everything, like we've talked about the setup, we've talked about the sacrifice, but when it comes to King Von's wrongdoings, this is the thing. This is another thing as well. Like, notice people are actually dealing with a lot of different emotions. They are bringing up King Von's wrongdoings. And even if it's one life or the 12 life they claim, we still have to accept his wrongdoings. And that's why we shouldn't be feeling bad in this moment about how things is all playing out. What I started to think and notice as well, right? It feels like the millions of fans that ended up loving King Von and liking him for who he is as a person, for his struggles and everything he had to go through in life because of the broken systems and these different things that's going on in Chicago. Because of all the love he's getting, it feels like we are paying for the things that he has done. We are paying for the wrongdoings, whether it's one life, the case that he talks about, he busting all the stuff, or the 12 lives they claim he took out. It's like millions of people are paying for the stuff that he did, and it's crazy. that's the reason why you cannot feel bad about it. You just can't be down and out about it. Like, you just cannot feel down about it because you are paying with your emotions. The feeling that millions of fans are having right now is equivalent to how all those families felt, if it is a true solid fact. And this is where we got to accept King Von's wrongdoings. They knew he was going to attack Quando Rondo based on all those different footages they put out. This is what's been going on. This is where King Von's name started ringing bells and people started plotting. That's exactly what happened. Like, he was doing all these different stuff in prison, all these different things, right? And they knew, because all of them wanted to get him and everything. And that's why when you go back and listen to certain people, like even like Mubakram, when he said, oh, like King Von is gonna be dead, it's about time, like all the people he done kill, all this stuff, right? So I mean, most of it is exaggerated. I believe most of it is exaggerated for business purposes and all this stuff. But at the same time, King Von did something. King Von did something that we are all paying for, and we cannot feel bad about the situation. We cannot feel bad that they have let little Tim go based on what we've seen. King Von was really set up. He was really set up for all the stuff that he did, for all the different things. What I don't like about this as well, how they are using the music for evil, how they're now using the music to commit all these evil acts, the stuff that they are pushing out there, and then the link between this story and all the different stories that's happened after, where people have got away with it. Some people believe that little Tim got away with it there and then when the situation happened, and the first song he put out off the list was actually him beating the case and everything, and they just had it on the low for like about 2-3 years. But then Balo's saying like he think it happened today, but he just found out all this stuff, right? So, and then, you know, when it comes to the parents not finding out, like, it's a lot that's going on. It is a lot. So Balo was live and stuff talking about it, and in the background he's talking to someone about it, telling them how they just found out on the internet. The person turned around and said, you want to know what's weird? Lil Durk.
And we didn't even know nothing about it.
How you know that?
The internet. Somebody Googled it. It was public information because they dropped it. I think they dropped it today. I don't know, Tasha. No, I didn't want to mention it to her right away. But yeah, I was on here arguing with this dude right now, talking about his whole family know and keeping it secret. So some shit going on. Like, don't make sense. That's weird.
No, what you know what's really weird? Dirt.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Hold on.
All that.
Wait. I'm on live.
The fact that, you know, they had the police and all of them do their dirty work, and then they use the music to do evil. There's still weird vibes around it. And even when you think of how King Von was moving himself, like, you can just tell there was something going on. He knew it was going to happen. And even like sometimes in his eyes, you can see all the stuff that he did, whether it's true or not, and these different things, like something happened. That's another side of this King Von stuff. And I don't personally, like, literally, I feel bad what they've managed to do by reprogramming people's brains and desensitizing people from the murders and these different situations and stuff, and then using the music on top of it to commit evil acts and do evil. This is what I am most upset about, how they just let it all happen, and these people in Chicago and stuff, and the real people behind all this stuff. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's real life Squid Game. It's real life Squid Game at this point. Like, but what we're not seeing it with is all these avarice and these different things, and it's not being popped up on our phones, like how the same thing over and over and over is being popped up. And Twitter, like, for example, Twitter X, whatever the fuck you want to call it, Twitter X, whatever the fuck they're calling it now. It's this worldwide platform, right? But when you go on there, who do you see? You see all these black characters. Let's just call them characters. You see all these black characters and all these people up there and stuff. And it's like, wait, well, what's really going on? Because Twitter is worldwide. So shouldn't it be like, you know, worldwide stuff and all these different races and different things that's happening? No, there is no entertainment there. There is no entertainment there. That's why when you go on Twitter and these different platforms, you don't see the people who created it at the top. Like, you just don't don't see it. You see the mess and the madness and the killing and the different things that's going on. That's what you see at the top. It is basically modern day slavery in a nutshell, because we were used back then to build the cities and build these different things, and all the stuff you see up now, all these different things where we were used to create. Now with the internet, it's technically the same thing that's going on. We are used for real life entertainment, creating and building platforms. Do you guys know when someone died, right? Do you know how many new channels people have made and stuff? And these people who are doing this stuff, right, they have 5, 6, 7 channels. And for example, Chiracology, how all the people behind it, it's not people that look like you and me. It's not people that look like us. It's not people that look like King Von. It's not people that look like Lil Durk and them. It is these people that is like, I'm telling you, it is crazy. It's literally real life Squid Game we are a part of right now. And this is what's going on. This is happening because we are used for our engagement. We engage the most with this bullshit and the madness and the stuff that they put out, the mess and everything, to get us to fooling up our brains, getting us to turn against each other. And the more it happens is the more their businesses stay afloat. This is all for their business to stay afloat. We are being used and sacrificed in the media, and the media has a big part to play. From the O Block indictment situation with FBG, Duck, Moo Up and all of them, to body cam footage being released from the night with Bus Stop and all of it. Everyone wants to know where Bus Stop was. Now come to find out he was booked and processed. To the 7 Rings situation with the Atlanta DA and stuff, where she knew this guy back then and she vowed to get justice and revenge for his situation. Now Young Thug and them is caught up in this, and she's now also in the middle of her biggest case ever when it comes to the Trump situation, all this stuff. Now Little Tim charges has been dropped. I don't understand how, for that situation that was seen on camera, throwing out on the sly, something is off, something's not right. It's just so funny how it's so public and everything, and there's so much weighing on it, and all these people are tuned in, all these young kids from all over the world tune in, and now they're basically saying to them that they can go and do the same thing and nothing would happen out of it. Nothing would come down to it, as long as it's a self-defense tactic they can use and easily have it thrown out. At this point, they're sucking us. They're sucking something from us, like they're taking something from us, along with those people's lives, along with all those people's lives. How is it that so many people vanished from the industry? Like, it's just, it is crazy. Like, there is so many different rappers that you can all name. There's a lifespan added to the industry. Like, when you get in there, you have a certain amount of time before you either die or take off. Like, after you take off, you have a certain amount of time before you die. All this stuff, right? Like, depending on which area you got, all this stuff. It is interesting what is still going on, what is being pushed in the media. Lil Durk announced his new album, the deluxe version of Almost Hill. He's now dropping an album, he's dropping a song, he's dropping all this music. This new world order, everything what they're pushing right now is just crazy. Like, it's no going back at this point. There is no going back, and all that leads for is now them saying, oh, to get back and all this stuff, right, and these different things. But people that he was connected to, you just know they set up King Von. Like, it was a setup, and they played it out so smart. They planned it so smart and everything, and like the death had to happen, and like the kind of money that they was playing with at that point, you could just say D thing. Because even when it comes to that situation as well, it is so odd. Like, the FBG paperwork being released, and then to everyone's like shocked when they come to find out that Tezzy was on the phone with D-Thing on the scene while FBG Duck was across the road from him. He was talking so mad, going on crazy in the store, talking mad. Next thing you know, the security guard ended up recording him and recording what he's saying. Then they pulled up the records and everything and found out that the number matches D-Thing's number, Lil Durk's brother. And people are now questioning whether or not Lil Durk may have something to do with D-Thing's situation. I mean, it is just odd. Like, it is so odd, that situation with D-Thing and stuff, and then come to find out he's on the paperwork, he's listed in the FBG Duck Rico and stuff. Like, and people even say that if he was alive, he probably would have been inside as well. So It's interesting. It is interesting. They're basically saying Lil Durk put King Von and D-Thing in the wind. It might have something to do with Mubu Kram and FBG Duck as well. Like literally, Lil Durk at that point, it's like 5 bodies and counting. When you really look at the whole situation, because people now realizing when you follow the money, you get Lil Durk. And in the FBG Duck situation, where did King Von get the 100K from? They fool up their heads and got into their heads and stuff. And they went and did that, not even thinking of the consequences after they went. And that's what they did, right? It's so crazy to the point where they're saying Lil Durk boot the feds to O Block. Like, after the case, the veracity case and everything, that's when they really started watching O Block and King Von and all of it. When you look at King Von's life, he was in and out of jail and everything. So that technically means that, you know, he didn't have too much time with anyone. He wasn't spending too much time with anyone. So as we said before, what happened is King Von's name started ringing bells. It started ringing King Von, King Von, King Von. And based on all the stories and everything, that's when Lil Durk started plotting. And that's why people believe that the plan happened before King Von came out of prison. There was some sort of plan. And the hit came from prison. The King Von hit came from prison. That's what people believe. And it probably changed after the veracity situation because he had to put it on King Von because his career and everything. And they actually had video footage of him doing the dirty work and they put it on King Von. So listening to Trenches Talk News the other day for a whole 8 hours breaking down this mad stuff. 8 hours listening to Trenches Talk News. And he said something. He said everyone that trolled OTF ended up dying. Mubu Kram. He points out a lot of facts when it comes to the different things that link in together with these different cases. It's mad. It is crazy. With the FBG Duck situation and Mubu Kram.
I got Lil Bro name on me. He alive on folks now. Ain't no he alive. His name on me. Yeah, they all know they goofy. That's why they don't play with me on folks now. And any nigga that know they play with me, it cost them. Might cost a nigga 15, 20 bucks. Like I really run Chicago. I'm not one of these rappers. Yeah, Von will definitely be dead soon on phone now. He ain't got too long. He like it be crazy when niggas get killed. Motherfucker like, damn, bro should just stayed in jail. When niggas get killed, motherfucker like, damn, bro should just stayed in jail. When niggas get killed, motherfucker like, damn, bro should just stayed in jail.
They were saying the same thing. They were actually saying that King Von was going to die soon and he ain't got long left. And FBG Duck was saying to him that Lil Durk was going to sacrifice him. So when you look at those both statements, they were actually saying the same thing, that Lil Durk may have something to do with taking him out, or, you know, he probably just end up taken out. And then we would come as like, after all the things that he done, all the people he done, all this stuff, right? So it is mad. Like this industry, it is dreadful, it is craziness, and then us as innocents get sucked in. And I remember when I was watching Power one time, right, and then the episode ended and Tyreek went live. So I jumped on the Tyreek live now and he's talking to one of the directors and they're actually breaking down the scene, and it was the scene where Lauren ended up in like one of the seasons where Lauren ended up getting taken out, right? And they broke it down and basically said that the reason why they end up taking her out is because, in a sense, a lot of the time get pulled into stuff that they don't know what they're doing, that they don't know what they're a part of. And then it gets so bad to the point when certain situations go down, they end up getting it first, like, and you know, it's mad, like leading back to the whole industry and stuff, how the rap thing and all of it, like King Von ended up blowing up, became this big star, making millions of people know him and stuff. And now, like, they've just corrupted people's brains and they've corrupted it, and how the system failed everyone. All these people died in Chicago. All these people that died in Chicago, like around, I'm telling you, it's around like literally around 200-300 plus people. Like if we got to start naming all these different people, and then they choose certain ones that they push in the media and stuff, and these are the ones that they're profiting off of. And King Von is like in front of all those people when it comes to the whole profit and the marketing and all this different stuff, and all the money they're making, from, like I'm telling you, that money is equal to blood diamond. That's blood money right there. Like that's the definition of blood money right there. I was listening to King Von the other day and I was looking at his channel and everything, and I was like, there is no way King Von had to die for all these views, all these millions of views. Like literally looking at all the numbers and stuff, 72 million, 100 million here, the back in blood and views on YouTube, all this stuff. Like, this is where the money comes in, right? And it's like, I'm like, there's no way King Von had to die. It's crazy. At that point, we could just call him Jesus. He sacrificed himself for everyone to eat, all the people in O Block, all his people, everything. Whether Lil Durk sacrificed him or not, like, he literally provided this space where everyone can eat. And, you know, like, it's Durk just dropped a song yesterday or 2 days ago, wherever he dropped this song. And in the song, he's talking about, you know, what you thought, all the stuff, and only reason they know your name is because of Durk, all the stuff, and he's going up and talking. And then I realized anytime you start mentioning the dead people and they start talking about all these dead people, Lil Durk comes creeping through the back door. He comes creeping through the back door, literally on the slide. He's not saying anything, right? He's there. He's not saying, like, he goes quiet and stuff. As soon as he starts talking about all these dead people, that's when he starts creeping through the back door and putting up all this music and stuff and posting the song to his channel and posting this on his channel and making a status and all this stuff. I'm telling you, the guy is scary. The guy is literally creepy. He is scary. Like, at that point, he's like a living ghost, right? And then Lil Durk is not actually Lil Durk. Like, people believe that, you know, he's possessed and all the stuff from the spirit and everything that was in King Von, right? Because, you know, these stuff live on and everything. And it's so funny because when you look at the movie Smile and, like, different movies and stuff, and you see at the ending of it, like, at the ending of that specific movie, when they ended up taking out the woman and stuff, like the woman who ended up witnessing or taking her, one of the two, right? It literally transferred to her. This demon transferred to her, like we see it in movies all the time. So people are saying now Lil Durk is literally like the demon is living in Lil Durk, and that's somewhat believable because when you look at who Lil Durk used to be before the King Von situation happened, and now like when I listen to Lil Durk, right, this is the thing. Like, this gives me chills, right? This is beyond scary at this point. When I listen to Lil Durk music, I hear King Von. I see King Von. Like, I see the boy smiling. I see him, like, you know, all the clips, everything that we've seen, all the sick clips, like all the sick content King Von has put out. I see everything when I listen to Lil Durk's music. And there's a reason for this. There is a reason for this. A lot of interesting things is happening around this case, and it's now getting even more weird as more information come out.